Coming to you live from SSTV headquarters. It's your commish and your co-commish, Cool Kid 21 and Antonio Rojas, with your weekly update. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's season 1 of Salty Spitoonz TV. We just got back after a nice draft day. Everybody was together and like feeling the love, talking shit to each other, live draft board. It's great to be back. Just a tad hungover. Legit excited to be back with y'all. I missed y'all. And let's get into the news. So far, shout out goes to highest score at Tex-Mex Anna. Did anyone see that coming?
Nope, still don't believe it.
No, still don't believe it happened.
She's out here pimping out young hoes. She went from a bruja to a pimp. That's illegal, Anna.
Fucking hey, dude.
I'm reporting you.
Reporting to the Bruja police. No, but I mean, we'll just get into it. With our first segment of the week is the contenders and pretenders. So I'm going to start off with my contender. It's going to be at 2 picks actually this week. I'm uncertain of Culero. I hated his team. We like shit on it. I'm sorry. You clearly showed us, but I will say did get helped out by the whole Bijan Robinson,
the Brian Robinson thing. Yeah, because that was the big thing we were shitting on. Was like really, Antonio Gibson early.
Gibson was looking like the 3rd string running back, basically, like on the depth chart. He was going to handle kickoffs, so ended up working out. Terry McLaurin is a beast. He's going to eat, and Carson Wentz. I mean, he doesn't have Carson Wentz, but top 3 QB play. If he keeps doing that, Terry McLaurin and Antonio Gibson are going to be big threats for his team. And then my second contender is going to be your Kokomish himself, Saquon Barkley pickup. Want to talk about that? What was going through your head during the draft day? Were you nervous at all?
Nah, not at all. My knees weren't weak. My arms weren't sweaty. There was no spaghetti on my sweater.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
I knew if I was gonna hit that turnaround and Saquon was there, I was gonna pick him. There was no doubt. I already believed in the new offensive coordinator, and he keeps getting really unlucky with injuries. I figure it can't keep happening. So I knew about. I for the record, I don't agree that I'm a contender. I got spanked this week by the commish, but I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll live up to your hype.
Burrow will not have another 10 interceptions. I don't see that happening, and that was the only thing that kept you out of winning that week. So let's go with your pretender. Who's your pretenders for this week?
So it's early, but I'm seeing something right now that does not look good in J. Moley Town. Josh has Stafford with barely an elbow. He has Mitchell with one leg. He's got DJ Moore with a whole baker. A lot of it's not looking great for the immediate future. You get off to a rocky start, and it's going to be really hard to get back into the playoff hunt. So I'm worried about that. He already was kind of trying to win early with his team, thinking about Zach Ertz was on the roster, and when Hobbs comes back, he's going to be, lessened in the offense. So Melvin Gordon later in the season, maybe Javonte gets more. So I'm not seeing a great outlook for his current roster. I think he needs to get some moves done, and and he got a win already in week 1. And I don't know if I see that trend continuing. I also have my eyes on Esteval, Lil Chubb as well, just because I think he's in for another couple rude weeks. But he lost his first game, so he can't be the pretender. We're not pretending about him yet.
Yeah. True. But I mean, I guess, and this goes into our next segment, is the trade that just happened.
Part of the reason why
I think he shot himself. He literally shot himself in the foot. I mean, you could have
totally got Brian Robinson.
Yeah, he did. He shot himself in the foot with that trade. Allen did look like the top dog in the Chargers, like at the beginning of the game before that injury. Devontae Smith, though, goose egg. might not be the how his trajectory goes moving forward, but Jalen Hurts right now is looking like he's going to be a run first quarterback. So, and AJ Brown is just eating all those targets up. Like he's a fucking beast. So I think if you would have just kept Debo, hope that Olave actually performed, which Olave did not. I think Olave and Devontae kind of was an even thing, but between Debo and Allen, Esteban is definitely going to have a rough patch ahead. So, yeah.
I know, I totally agree.
Yeah. And the next segment is our power rankings. I know y'all are excited for this. This is the part that you guys always wait for. A lot of controversy.
Always wait to
Obviously,
talk shit.
last year, y'all had some feedback. Y'all had your own power rankings. Feel free to, from this point moving forward, if you submit yours, obviously I will bring that in for the next coming seasons and coming episodes. So our power rankings, starting off with number 1, shocker, kind of to be expected, is Tex Mixana. I mean, she got highest score. Her tight ends, even with Mark Andrews not performing as he should have, with that tight end premium, or no, Kelsey performed. I think he got like 20-ish.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but with a young Hoku stack, potentially Carson Wentz, I think she picked him up. Made a couple moves. I think with Cooper Kupp, I'm shocked he didn't get the number 1. Was the number 1 wide receiver Jerry Judy? He performs Juju looking like a stud at Tex-Mex on his team. Well, right now consensus is positive for Juju Smith-Schuster, Judy. It was fairly even between him and Cortland Sutton. So
touchdown just went that way.
Yeah, they just swung right away. So it could look like Anna has a consistent, a high floor. Not sure how her with a potentially high ceiling. Yeah. So
Yep.
I'm if her tight ends perform like they're supposed to, if they do become the 1-2 tight ends, she could potentially have 2 equivalent to like a wide receiver, 2 top 10 wide receivers. So I like that pick. Who's that number 2? If you want to talk about his team.
Gosh, I submit my suggestions and they get taken in for consideration, but our commish has editorial final say on this. He says the co-commish is number 2. Him and George are both on this train trying to hype my team up after I got my ass kicked. Like I said earlier, I'll take the appreciation. I got some studs out here. Not everybody lived up to their week 1, and that's okay.
Time out. Before you continue, you were mentioning that Mescal. Let's talk about the person that actually gave y'all the hype, the first person to do it. It was at J Molly. Yeah, called it from the beginning. A Rojas.
You're right. It was Josh. Now that I think about it,
yeah.
Actually, I don't even think George said anything about that. I think it was only Josh.
Yeah, it was only Josh, and he tried to take credit for it. Like, come on, man. Like
that's what gets me sometimes. It's like with a defending champ, you expect better. I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that. No, I want to see some class out of my champ.
Exactly, please.
But
all right,
yeah, I got Dobbins coming back, so I'm going to be interested to see how that works out. I got Jeff Wilson, so between those 2 things, I do think we're trending up. So, maybe even if I'm not 2 this week, maybe I'll be 2 I'm 2 in my heart, and I'll be hopefully 2 on the boards next week too. What about number 3?
Number 3, it's yours truly, a little biased there, but after last week's performance, assuming CH performs the same, the Kansas City Chiefs perform, and I guess my stud wide receivers, Pity City.
We built this city.
Assuming Pittman, Mixon, and Jamar Chase continue performing and being like top 10 running back / top 5 wide receivers, I think it's going to be tougher to beat my team. I'm excited about it this year. I hope Cole Kmet shows up. If he does, I think there's I think I'm going to the playoffs. It's too early to tell, of course, injuries and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited about my team, and Hope y'all are scared of it because I came to win this year. I need that chip. I'm chasing that chip. But yeah, we can move over to number 4.
Okay, cool. So let's just knock out 4, 5, and 6. We got Culero, we got Josh, we got Savage Dav coming up, rounding the top 6. You know, like we kind of mentioned a little bit with their teams already. We're seeing that draft paying off for Jonas. We've seen Josh got a W. He had a strong start. He played some good kickers and defenses because they exist in this league. And then
Yeah.
we got Savage Dav, Michael Thomas sighting. If that's going to keep up, he's probably going to be in here a lot. So
Yeah.
you know, any of those 3 jump out to you?
No, I mean, you kind of said it all. Biggest thing, Herbert could quickly go up. Culero, if that Washington stack performs, he's going to be a playoff contender. But let's move on to the next section, matchups and pick'em. So Mescal versus Culero, the Aguero Bowl,
The
as we're
Wiener
calling it now.
cousins.
The Wiener cousin. Yeah, who's you got? Who's your pick for this matchup?
Shit. I got the big kahuna, big cuz. I got Jonas
The
on this
big,
one.
big cuz.
Big
Yeah, I mean, I
cuz.
got Jonas on it too. Jonas's team just looks way better. Uh, that Cowboys, that Cowboys team that Mescal was trying to form. I don't think it's paying off. I don't see Zeke performing, and I
The,
don't really like Wilson.
the other thing
But
is Jonas also predicted Anna. So we also, if Jonas did it, George did it, Josh did it. I think it's
yeah,
kind of a theme here.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I
put
think
that
it
in
is.
there too. What about
um,
what
let,
about between
go
you
ahead.
and Josh? Who do you think's gonna win that one?
I like Josh's team. I think my running backs are slightly higher there. His wide receivers, I love Juju. I love sorry, JJ. He's fucking good, Justin Jefferson. But other than that, and Devontae is gonna fucking perform. So it's just gonna really come down to our running backs, and I think I have a little bit of a more solid running back core than Jay Mully does.
I
What
agree.
about you?
Totally agree. I maybe he's gonna get some magic out of Hunt or Montgomery. I'm not predicting it,
Mhm.
so I'm going your way too.
Yeah, I think Jay Mully is really boom bust right now. It's like he could really really perform, or he could really really bust. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay, between H Rods and yourself, who you got?
I got me. I think CD Lamb and I think CMC are due for positive regression. Dawson Knox, I mean, he can't get worse. So if I'm thinking all these things level up a little bit, maybe I factor in a little bit of a Saquon dip this week. I still think I
Yeah,
got more coming in than out. So I'm leaning here and I'm fading Jarvis Landry and I'm fading freaking Kyler. So I think I'm rocking with me. What about you?
yeah. No, I'm rocking with you too. I obviously Derek Yeti could always go off, but against the Bills, it's kind of tough.
Ahsoka
Tough to go out.
Saquon.
And Kyler Murray, I think he is regressing this year. I don't think that offense is as high part as it was with DeAndre Hopkins. Hopefully he comes back, and I mean Kyler Murray just becomes a top QB. But until that happens, I don't see it happening. Gerald Everett, good pickup, but I don't see him producing too much. I think Mike Williams gets those touches, which I think you're playing Mike Williams. So yeah, I'm going with your team. Next up is Diego versus Little Chubb. On my end, I got unfortunately Diego just because he won that trade. He picked up Deebo
Yeah.
Samuel. It was a great pickup. He's got Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown fucking killed it, and he's going to continue killing it. Big knock on Diego right now is just his running backs. Najee, don't know what's going to happen with him. He picked up the backup. I do like AJ Dillon over Aaron Jones between Esteban, who has Aaron Jones, and then if Eckler performs, he's going to perform. But I don't see Esteban's wide receiver depth really um,
I'm living up here.
making the difference. Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm on the same exact page as you. And then the last matchup here, we got the Davila Bowl
The
again.
Davila Bowl should
A,
be a
a
fucking
masterpiece
exciting
every
one.
time. So
It's great, and the shit talking that goes on.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet. I'm gonna need you guys to get in there and start hitting people. We've seen a lot of family solidarity, but
Yeah,
I need y'all to
yeah,
get
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. I need some Mom hates you. You're adopted. I'm the favorite
You're
kid.
adopted. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, who you got?
I don't think lightning strikes twice. I'm not predicting a big day from Young Ho Koo again. I think he comes back down to earth. I'm just not a proponent of having the two pass catchers from the same office and at the same time. I'd have to do it too because I drafted the Bills guys in a tandem, and it didn't pay out for me. And I think it's going to kind of bite Anna the same way this week between Juju and Kelsey. So I'm going with Jose on this one. I think his running backs are going to be able to put up points. Burkhead, I'm worried about. Patterson, I'm worried about. And then receivers, I mean, they both have some up and down receivers. So, I think the stability at running back is going to be important this week. What about you?
No, I mean you brought up a good point with two pass catchers of Juju and Kelsey being on the same team. I will say, shoot, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire performs like he did last week, these two pass catchers are going to be getting less touchdowns, or maybe even Isaiah Pacheco getting that those receptions. I'm still leaning that Tex-Mex Anna. Why? I feel like Tex-Mex has the higher ceiling with the wide receiver core that she has. I do like Cooper Kupp, love him. Jerry Jeudy, I think he will perform against the Texans. Michael Thomas, I see some regression there. I feel like it's going to be up down weeks. Unless he just becomes a steady performer, he's going to have to prove it to me because all last year he was a straight up dud. Obviously, the two tight ends, I feel like they're going to be they're Anna's core. She has that, and I think she has that stability against Savage devs like flex and tight end. He's already winning there, but that QB position could be what makes or breaks it. If Carson Wentz shows up against the Detroit Lions and Herbert performs like he's going to perform, I think Anna takes a slight lead on this one. I mean, you're right about the whole Rex Burkhead. He's going to get 12 touches, but I mean, if they give it to the ball to Dameon Pierce finally, then I don't see her team. I see her team struggling there. But yeah, that's about it. That's my take there. Any last words before we log off?
Just get in there, get some trades going, you bitches. I need some reading material for the mornings. I'm thirsty out here. I need to be whole watered. That's it though. We're happy to be back. Catch you guys on the next episode.
Happy to be back. Yeah, like, subscribe, and follow. We're on OnlyFans now and OnlyFeeds.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. Follow us and on every social platform. But now, thanks again, guys, for joining. It's going to be an interesting fantasy season. A lot is going to be going on. A lot more activity. It's $100 buy-in, $20 payout per week. So even if your team is like 0-8, you still have the potential to earn your money back. So yeah, good luck to everybody and